Well, he tells us he had to look pretty hard, but WBZ political analyst John Keller did find some highlights for both candidates in last night's debates.
And tonight, John shows us where they helped themselves and where they missed opportunities.
We won the election. Elections have consequences.
A Trump highlight came right off the top when he calmly defended his move to fill the vacant Supreme Court seat against Biden's claim that it's an abusive process.
We won the election, and therefore we have the right to choose her, and very few people knowingly would say otherwise. And by the way, the Democrats, they wouldn't even think about not doing it.
Fair enough, but Trump debased himself later when Biden cited the military service of his late son, Beau.
My son was in Iraq. He spent a year there. He got the Bronze Star. He got the Conspicuous Service Medal. He was not a loser. He was a patriot.
I don't know Beau. I know Hunter.
Yeah,
Hunter got thrown out of the military. He was thrown out, dishonorably discharged.
That's not true.
No, it's not true. And while Hunter Biden's business dealings may be fair game, Trump shouldn't have gone there. In a debate that featured plenty of loathing but little empathy, this next moment was an exception.
You folks at home, how many of you got up this morning and had an empty chair at the kitchen table because someone died of COVID?
As good a moment as that was for Biden, the response from Trump was emotionally tone-deaf.
So you could, in fact, say goodbye.
You would have lost far more people.
There has been talk about ending the filibuster or even packing the court, adding to the 9 justices there.
But Biden's evasive reply on this one marked a low moment for him.
Whatever position I take on that, that'll become the issue. The issue is the American people should speak. You should go out and vote.
A vote that would be better informed by a straight answer.
Thank you.
John joins us now. And John, we talked about this earlier in this newscast. The Debate Commission is planning changes. CBS has learned they will include cutting a candidate's mic if he breaks the rules. But what other changes would you make?
Well, I think that's a good idea for starters during those periods where they're supposed to be talking uninterrupted. Maybe a little mild electric shock, a little zots like a cattle prod. No, I'm just kidding about that. But look, ultimately, Lisa, I think the only thing that's going to deter an aggressive, ambitious politician from ignoring the rules is consequences, not just the moderator threatening you with entrance into their cocoon of horror, but consequences from the electorate. We'll see how the polls shake out over the next few days, how people felt about the way the president conducted himself. And Joe Biden was doing some interrupting too, we should note. But ultimately, if politicians believe they're going to really hurt themselves by doing this, that's the only thing that's going to make a change. People have to speak up. That's how democracy works. Not even the cocoon of horror would keep them from acting up. Not last night, it wouldn't have. No. John Keller, thanks so much. David.